All right, here's a quick update. Chief just crashed. I was trying to come up with some polyline solids to represent bags of pellets. And so I made rectangular bags. I searched the internet, found out how they're dimensioned to fit a standard U.S. pallet in the United States. So I had 9 bags drawn, and then instead of it being concrete like Chief always defaults, the polyline solid, this tool right here, I don't know if you can see my cursor going around, defaults that to concrete. So I went through and I picked one of the Chiefs. I was going to take their house wrap because it has like their logo and stuff. It looks kind of cool. But I found rigid insulation that had language on it. So it just looked like packaging of some kind. So I had them all in here, and then I did copy and reflect about the center of this building. So then I had 9 more under here. And then all of a sudden my screen flickered black, then it came back on, then it flickered black, then it came back on. And then Chief said, you've had a catastrophic fail. So this has happened like 3 times since I've been to X13. I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm running an RTX3080 Ti. So it's got plenty of power. The computer is about 4 years old. It's a i7. It was built by Puget Systems, so it's pretty tough. But I'm getting this thing done pretty good. This will be right along the property line. And the neighbor has a tree that drops leaves down onto my property all the time. So now all the leaves in the rain are going to go back onto his side. So that should work nicely. So my thought process is not only a lot of 2x4 horizontal and flat for nailing through the plywood, but I'm going to use rigid insulation and insulate this thing. The floor, the roof, the walls, everything. So I can run a small, either one of those red little infrared, like a hatchery light, you know, when you have chicks, or a really low power heater. I don't want this place being 70 degrees in the middle of winter. But I think this is going to work. I just have to price out the material. Oh, I'm so going for this look. No, I'm not. But the bins fit. I don't know what kind of bins these are. What I've learned is it's always good to have bins you can see through, and then print out an inventory in a big enough typeset font that you can read it through the clear bin. So I have like 6 smaller bins. One has just Apple cables and connectors and adapters, all for Mac. So that's what's in there, and that's what the label says. So you don't have to touch that thing. If you don't need anything for Mac, then don't even mess with that. So that helps. This one in the corner is going to be weird, getting it ID'd. But this is just for showing proof of concept that this is doable. There's lots of room to put that stuff that you never really need to get to, but you don't want to throw away. You know, put it up here. Like old paint cans. So, anyways, I was looking for a backpack blower because I have a Steel 800X. It would sit right there. It'd be perfect. And if it insulates, then none of the equipment I have will be harmed by going. We have pretty mild winters here. But, and I don't know what these are. I just thought divided bins. So they had some kind of bin thing. I might keep this shelf open and just put more pellets. Maybe for the Camp Chef or something, so that they're all in one area. What else? Yep, and then hanging the stuff out here out of the rain, but it doesn't need to be indoors. It can just stay outside. I would like to hang a big, one of those 14-gallon gas cans. Those gravity-fed, what are they, Duramax? gas cans. But I'm not sure how I'd lift 100 pounds safely up onto hooks. So that might entail a whole winch system. Who knows? That could be down the road. But that'd be nice. Fill it up, bring it here, hang it out of the weather, but have access to ethanol-free fuel whenever you got to fill up the mower or whatever. So there you go. It's coming along. This is painted, pressure treated, this step. Just like I painted the pressure treated base that this thing's going to sit on. Our current house is white with gray trim, so this would kind of blend in with the way things are. And just having this window where you could crack the window a little bit and have a screen, but you could let air in there because the sun's going to hit it from this side right here. So I'll definitely have to insulate this or it's going to get hot in this little shed in the summer. All right, there it is. So that's a 4x8 shed, 8 feet tall, pre-cut studs at the back, 4 and 12 pitch. So whatever that math will be, 8 times 4 is 32. So this will be 32 inches higher than this because it's up 8 for every 12. So that's how that works. I'm going to use probably 2x6 rafters and just I'll put a ripped bevel cut at 18.43 degrees on the top of the double plate here and on here. And then I will toenail and probably use some kind of Simpson screw or whatever to put the rafters in place. Then I'll block in between them. And to frame this, I'm going to come back in here and do a double rafter and then double rafter, and it'll be in about maybe 2 feet from the end so that I can run rafters off of that double, and they'll stick out here and they'll rest on this rake wall. And that'll give it rigidity all the way out to these big overhangs because I think these are 24 inch. If not, they're going to be because we get a lot of rain here. And if I can put a big mushroom-topped lid on this thing, I know it looks goofy, but when you're standing here and you're not getting wet, that's going to be nice. And when your outdoor equipment doesn't get wet, that's also cool. So there you go. So I really encourage you to try out Chief, even if you try the demo. Or if you want, I think they have a monthly installment. That's what I did when I first got it because I didn't have $3,000 laying around. But anybody can do this. Trust me, I am not a artistic person, so I don't know really what looks right. I just know what works. So I guarantee you, most people that stumble across this video are probably going to be better at this than I am. The only thing I have going for me is I was a framer and I understand how these things go together so that I can try to figure out how to get this silly software to do what I would do in reality building it. So there you go. I hope you enjoy this. As always, if you have anything you want to do, you need some help, I try to keep my evenings open for fun and, helping people or coming up with new things to do around the property or whatever. So now I'm just rambling. It's late. So good night.